So today I am going to do my second video on Amazon favorites, but this time it'll just be on tech. So anything technology related I pulled out while I'm moving here, so I have it surrounded like in a circle around me, and I'm just gonna pick out stuff that I bought on Amazon that I like and talk about it. So if this is what you want to see, continue watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to just randomly pull out from my pile of stuff here is this. So this is the portable power bank that holds, let's see, I know it charges my iPhone XR twice fully. The capacity is 9,000, and this is great because it shows you like numbers on here. Right now it's 0, so it says 00. That means it's fully like not charged at all, so I need to charge this thing. But what's great about this is first, it's really portable. It's very small. I can put it in my pocket even, but I would take this to travel because it comes with the cords like this. So usually a lot of power banks have separate cords that you need to bring with you. But this comes with 2 cords, so I think one is for Samsung and the other one's for iPhone. So it's super convenient. This had saved me so many times when I travel because my phone just runs out of battery so quickly. Okay, so next thing is going to be this. So this goes into the same category. This is the Sailor Moon. Okay, if you're a girl, you would know. I don't know. I think if you're a guy, you would know too, no? Sailor Moon's so famous, so I'm a big Sailor Moon fan. So when I saw this, I had to get it on Amazon. It comes in a mirror, and it has this little button right here. And if you press it, it's not charged, but if you press it, there's this mirror that lights up. So when you do your makeup, you can see yourself in the mirror, and it also lights up. When it's fully charged and you're charging, these little crystals over here, the blue, yellow, the blue, red, yellow, green crystals actually light up and tells you how much of this thing is charged. So if it lit up like all 4 crystals, then it's 100%. And if there's only 1 crystal lit up, you know that it's almost out of battery, so you have to charge this. So side by side, this is a lot more bulky than this one. That's a lot more portable. You can see how thin that is and how thick this one is, just to give you a comparison. This is a lot more travel friendly and functional, but hey, if you're a Sailor Moon fan, how can you not like this? So I do use both of them, but I do tend to pick this one up more. If I do travel with this, I like that I can use it as a mirror too if I go to an interview or something and I'm on the plane, or you know, just to do some touch up if I need to. But I have both and I'm happy with both. Alright, so next I want to talk about is this. This is a steamer for clothing, and it's by Butero. I'll put everything in the description box. This is not plugged in right now, but it comes with a plug, so it's not wireless. And this is where you would put the water in, and it's really easy to take out and fill and snap it back. We actually have another one that's a lot smaller and more portable. That's also like a clothing steamer, and it's supposed to be Amazon's like top choice or whatever, but it totally doesn't work. It's super sucky, so I ended up getting another one. This is great because you can just steam your clothes and it takes out all the wrinkles. It's kind of big, but still small enough that it's still travel friendly. It'll fit in my carry-on luggage, so I would bring this with me instead of you know, trying to iron at the hotel. I have accidentally put iron marks in my scrub, so I'm not a very good ironer. So this is a no fail if you're not great at ironing like me and don't want to damage any like expensive clothing. Alright, So next thing I want to talk about is this Amazon, is it the Echo? Like, I just know it as the Alexa, right? My husband always goes, Alexa, what time is it? Or Alexa, play some music or whatever he tells her to do. I think you can tell her to do a lot of things, but usually he just asks for time, temperature, and music. But I think there's a lot more function on this. It's small, it's cute, it's wireless, and I think you can program it. So yeah, he uses this definitely a lot more than me. Alright, next thing I want to talk about is this. So what I like about this, you can get a lot of different tripods now, but this is super easy to like bend, and it can curl around things, and it's super lightweight. So I can put my phone here, and my phone is super bulky. Where did my phone go? But it's just super, where did my phone go? Okay, I can't find my phone, but my phone is like an iPhone XR with a humongous case, because I don't get that Apple Care thing, and me and my husband are very different. He loves the Apple Care, and that gives him like pleasure that, oh, you know, if I ever break it, I could get a new phone or whatever. But I'm like, no, Apple just wants more money from me. I'm not doing that. If it breaks, it breaks. So he makes me get like the bulkiest case. So it's like so heavy, but if you drop it, it's usually, knock on wood, it's usually okay. So I have a hard time finding these little tripod or like selfie sticks that actually hold my phone with a bulky case, but this one does, no problem. And when I film my suturing videos, sometimes I use this, but I got another thing that I'm going to show you later that I used to film. But this is great if you need to vlog with your phone and all that, and it's very affordable too. Okay, next thing I have is this, and this ugly looking weird thing is like a big helper for me, because when I first started filming my suturing videos, I didn't want to buy anything. I thought it might be just like a one video and I'll never do it again. So what I had is pretend this is my phone. I have it like holding it like this while I'm suturing for you guys, right? So this isn't the most comfortable position for me to suture at the same time while holding supposedly my iPhone study to film. So I finally invested in this. So it's like it has a clipper right here, so it can clip onto like your desk, and this is the place where they hold the phone, and this is the little light that gives it the brightness if you want to film at night and you need that extra boost. And what's cool about this is that this is USB, so you can plug it into any USB or like get a connector and plug it into like a normal plug. And there you have like lighting control. So I can't remember if it comes with both the white light and the yellow light, but you can control the intensity of the light, which I thought is really cool. So if you're doing or filming anything tabletop, like a tutorial that needs to be facing your desk, or like a cooking something and you need to film it like, you know, facing the desk, like a bird's eye view, this would be perfect. Okay, next thing I have, I'm gonna randomly grab, is this little guy. So I don't think anybody in the world besides me still use things like this, but I'm super old school. This is an MP3 player. Like if you're, do you guys even know what MP3 player is, or is it just iPhone and iTunes now? But this is how I did it back in like the days. I'm an 80s baby, and this is just so easy because it has like a USB here, and you just plug it into your computer, you download the songs, drag and drop, and then all the songs are in here, and it's so small I can put it in like my pocket. And then I have my earphones, like these red ones I've had since forever, and then it just goes in like this. It's not really that cool because this thing gets tangled and it drives my husband crazy. And this would be like my setup when I go travel. So you'll see like me and these red hair headphones with this, like super not cool, but I love it. And my husband keep trying to get me to get the AirPods, but I'm like, no, I'm good with that. So maybe like, I don't know what I'm missing out, but I really like that setup. It's just so easy for me to download music and drag and drop. So I'm gonna talk about this next. This is called Hair Max. So when I was in residency, I just had, I think, so much stress that my hair started to fall out. Like I could see just strands of hair coming out while I shower, and I'm like freaking out. And so I got like this thing called Hair Max, and it's supposed to like increase like the strength of your hair. Is supposed to boost hair growth, but you put it on, you hear that sound, and it just zap. I'm not sure if it actually helps, but I think it does. Like I would say like 80%. I think this guy did do something, at least mentally. It helps me feel like I'm doing something good for my hair. So I would recommend it, especially when you're stressed and you feel like you're losing your hair, because I don't think it does any harm. And I do feel like my hair is stronger. I don't know if it's the shampoo that I'm using too, but I do feel that it feels pretty good, even if it doesn't do anything. Just like kind of massaging the scalp as you brush through it, and you know, you hear that zap. I think it's all in my head, but yeah, I like it. It's like soothing to me that I feel like I'm doing something good, or at least trying to not go bald. Alright, next thing I have is this little thing, and you guys know how I'm into like skincare and makeup and all that. So what's cool about this is there's an on button that you turn on, and right now the screen says hot and it's orange. I don't know if you can see that on the video here. And it means that this thing is turning hot. So when you put on your moisturizer, you know, you can either like make your face hot, like you just like steamed your face at the facial, and then put your moisturizer on. I feel like it'll absorb it more. Or put the moisturizer on and then use this to kind of like press it in so that your skin absorbs all of it. Another cool thing is that you can control the temperature, so you can increase the hotness to like the highest level, or decrease it so it's just warm. And then the other cool thing is there's this little snowflake button here, and you press it and it immediately changed this to blue, and this thing turns ice cold like immediately. And then so what I do with the cold function is sometimes I get really puffy eyes, and then I like when I don't sleep enough, or I eat like, you know, bad food that just make me feel more bloated, like overall on the face too, on the eyes. When my eyes are puffy, I put this on to kind of ice the eyes, and it just feels so good. Or I'm super clumsy, like I have really good dexterity in the hands, but I have like no dexterity, no ability to like walk properly without falling or tripping. I have bruises like pretty much everywhere because I just like bump into things all the time. So if I bump into things like say here, I would just like put it here to like ice it. It's probably not like a function that they advertise for this, but this is what I would do, and it's like such a lifesaver. Instead of like grabbing a bag of beans or something from the freezer, which I used to do, but like this just makes so much more sense. Okay, I don't think that's the function of this, but it works really well. What's great is that it's also rechargeable, so no battery operated, just plug it in and you're good to go. So totally portable too. Another thing I have is this thing. It doesn't look like much, but when you're in like a hotel and there's only like one plug between two people sharing like road trip or whatever, you plug this in and all of a sudden you have all these USB plugs that you can use on all these cord plugs that you can use. And like this is great, so you just wrap it up, and sometimes I just bring it to like a conference or something, and you become like everybody's best friend because they all want to like sit next to you because you have like the power of electricity. Alright, so next thing I want to talk about is this little guy right here. I have like my Hello Kitty sticker right here so people don't take it. I have a label maker that I already put in the package bag, but I love that too, and I should have put that in here as one of the tech. I'll put like a picture of the label maker on, but I like to label a lot of stuff, especially when I'm in dental school and in residency, so that I don't lose it, because everybody has like similar things just lying around everywhere. And this is a USB-C cord that you plug into your MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, like the newest versions, which I have. The gold one for MacBook Air, I can't remember the year, but it's the year that they changed everything to this like USB-C, and it makes it so inconvenient because everything else is still like USB. So this one has all the USB things here. You can plug it into your TV as well. I think there's a TV one. Basically, it has all the little like little holes, I would say, here that you'll need to be able to plug any kind of outlet in if you need, including an SD card. So this is what I use to transfer my DSLR SD card to this, then I plug it to my MacBook Air to do the editing. So next thing I want to talk about are like my external hard drive. This is nothing crazy, but this one is WD, my passport for Mac. I've had it for a while. I think I dropped it. It's been quite resilient. It still holds the information even after I drop it. I put my Hello Kitty tape again here. But this is great because it says it's my passport for Mac, meaning that you don't have to format it. A lot of the external hard drive, like this one, which I also really like because of the color. My favorite color is yellow, and it's so easy to like find things when like an important thing is like a bright color, and that's why I got this one. But this is not. This is just my passport, and it's not. It doesn't say for Mac like this one. So I had to get my husband to format this, and I don't know how he did it, but it still works obviously, but it's just like that one extra step. And if you can, you know, if you're tech savvy, then it doesn't matter, but it's nice to save a step too, right? Next thing I have, let's see, let me look around, is, oh, this thing, the bulkiest thing I have in this category. And this looks super weird, right? Like, but this is actually a massager, so you put it behind you like this. You put your arms in here, put your other arm in here, and there's like these buttons over here. I'm not sure you can see, but there's a heating function, there's an on function, and I don't know what that button is, but you turn it on, and you see these like things over here light up, and in massage, you can control the amount of massage that you want. Say I want it to massage more on the right, so you just press, you just hold this arm down more, and you're gonna feel like more on that side. Oh, and I need to charge this, so it just stopped working, but if you press more on this side, you're gonna feel more of the massage there. So it's nice. It's a little bulky, but it's still portable because you don't have to have it plugged in. You just have to charge this, and you can use it like this, and you look like Teenage Ninja Turtle. Alright, next. Ooh, okay, so this thing. So this is a lime green case. Also one of my favorite colors, probably after yellow, is this lime green because I like bright colors. And this is where I keep my SD cards. I shoot a lot of surgical pictures. If you follow me at Periodontist on Instagram, you'll see all the bloody pictures that I do, the bloody surgeries that I do. And these cards fill up fast, and I don't want to lose them, so I end up buying this case that is like really bulky. It's heavy, but I can drop it, like, and that's fine. Like, I know my cards are fine, everything on there is fine. This is like very bulky. So now that I have this YouTube where I use the SD card again, so this is perfect because I can just put more in these slots right here. And this is MSD actually, So I usually just use this side. But I love it because it's lime green, easy to find, good to have. Next is the Switch. So who does not have a Switch need to get a Switch if you're a gamer? Like, this is great. Me and my husband bring this to travel all the time. It's a lot easier to travel with versus like the PS4 that we also have. And he plays this on the plane, but we carry this with us in the travel pouch that it comes in. And my favorite games are probably Overcooked, Donkey Kong, Mario Party's fun if you have like more than 2 people, but I game a lot. So this is an essential item for me and my husband when we travel. Alright, and let's see. The next thing I have here, are these. So this isn't really tech, but it can kind of count. I put it in this category because this is a laptop sleeve. So I have 2, and I'm going to talk about both of them. So this is the first one that I got. I got it because it's gold, and I felt like it matches my MacBook Air that's also gold. It's got this like lettery feeling, 2 buttons. Is it 1 button? No, 2 buttons here. 1 here and another one here that's magnetic. So if that clips in and it's magnet, so it doesn't open up when you do it upside down. I do like it, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just end up getting this one, which I like a lot more. So between the 2, I would definitely recommend this one. This is a little different. It's a zipper one, but it has a handle. And you would think this doesn't matter, but it does when you travel a lot. Like me, I was traveling a lot back then before COVID. I could just hold this, and I have my backpack to go on the plane, and I would hold this here. I would put this on top of my backpack underneath the seat when I fly, and then I'm always very productive on the plane, so I would pay for Wi-Fi and get a lot of stuff done on my laptop. And I have these 2 zippers. That's great because all your things will fit there. Like this bulky thing that you carry, you know, for charging, like you can throw it in, and it's just like it's just a deep pocket for many things. So I would put like my MP3 player in there. Where does it go? Like this thing would go in here, and then like this thing would go in here, and then if I want, even this thing that is semi-bulky external hard drive can fit in there, no problem. And it has another one, so if one isn't enough for you, you can fit more in here. So I would usually do like a pen as well in there. Oh, I have these lens and screen wipes that I also bought on Amazon to clean like the laptop. I don't know why, I don't really use my finger on the screen, but in the end there's still fingerprints like everywhere. So I'll keep these around like all the time in places like this. And my laptop, 13-inch, would fit perfectly in this, and it's really cushy. It's got this like really nice like blanket feeling to it. So yeah, get it. I also like this color. Basically everything I like is like bright, so I can find it. So red, gold, yellow. Favorite color is still yellow. Okay, so this is a camera case that I got, and this is what I do when I like take my stuff to the office when I want to film. I get asked a lot of questions about my camera setup for surgery, so I actually got my camera on Amazon as well. So for my surgical setup, I have, let me just take it all out because all this fit in this little box. So this is what I have. I have the Nikon D5500. This is what I use to shoot all my surgical photos. This screen comes out. I don't use it much. It's not great for filming compared to the one I have right now. And I like to keep my surgical stuff and my YouTube stuff separate. I don't like the idea of bringing it into the office, set it up on the tripod and all that. So this is solely for just my surgical pictures. This lens I keep on here at all time, and I also got on Amazon, is the Nikkor or Nikkor, I don't know how to pronounce it, 105 millimeter 1 to 2.8 G ED. So I'm not like a big, I'm still learning about cameras, but this works great for my surgical pictures, no complaints at all. Sometimes I forget to turn the on and off button, and it still is good like the next day. So battery wise, it's really good if you forget to like turn it off, which I forget sometimes. This is the ring light that I use, and let me just show you why I like about this setup. Mine is touch screen, by the way, this camera. But so this goes on here, slides in, and this ring goes on here. There's like these two clickers right here. I'm not gonna clip it in, but just like that, you get the idea. So what's good about this setup is, so if you click it and it won't drop, I just don't want to take the cap off. So I can hold it with one hand, like no problem. And I'm not the strongest girl. So this is great because I would have my retractors here. I would retract, point, shoot all by myself, no assistance needed. Because a lot of times I feel like the surgeons know which angle they want and what they want to capture on the film. So I like the fact that this setup isn't too bulky, that I can use like one hand and be able to get a good like steady shot like that. So all this goes back into this case that I have, and is that it? Let me double check. Oh no, I have more. So this thing, it doesn't look all that impressive, but it's the ArtTech keyboard. Why do I use this? Why do I have it? Because we don't actually have like cable. So I watch a lot of Netflix, Hulu, and I have Amazon Prime, like movies, and also Disney Plus. Okay, so that being said, like we have the remote in front of us, and you don't want to go, you know, on there to control your computer. So I would hook my computer onto the TV so it projects on the bigger screen, and I would use this to, you know, type in whatever I want. So I have a big screen, and this is completely portable right here. I can type and do stuff. So this is very useful actually. I use this every day, although it may not seem like a cool tool. Let me see, am I missing anything? Just sitting on a pile of tech things around me.
A few moments later.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, so I'm staring at them right now, and I'm going to use my camera on my phone to film it, because I'll show you what I'm using for my YouTube filming. So that's another thing I get asked a lot, and I got all this equipment in front of me to try to get you guys better quality videos. But to capture it, I'm going to use my camera. So excuse the iPhone camera quality, but at least you'll see what equipment I'm using. And you can get all this on Amazon. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so actually I forgot one more thing before we move on to talking about the big guys in front of me that I'm going to show you. And that is this little thing. It seems like nothing, but I use this every single day, and this is probably one of the best finds that you can get, that I found at least on Amazon, and it's this iPhone charger. Because the Apple iPhone charger, as we all know, tends to split right here. But this is made out of this material that is so resilient. You can fold it up and then tie it or whatever. It's just not going to fail right here, and it charges just as good as the, you know, Apple certified one that it comes with. And I don't know about the price now, but I remember buying 3 of this for like $9.99 on Amazon back then. I'm gonna again put all the links below in the description box, but this is a must get, guys. Alright, let's move on to the fun stuff. We're gonna talk about what I use to film my YouTube videos, to make this for you guys. So I'm gonna use my iPhone to do the rest of the video. Enjoy. Alright guys, so this is why I have to use my iPhone to film. It's not as great of a quality as you can see, but this is what a lot of people ask me, like what I use for my YouTube. So I got 2 ring lights, this one and also the smaller one, and so that counts as 2 tech items. And then I also have this Canon 90D, which I absolutely love. So it comes with the tripod, which I was worried I won't be sturdy, but I love this tripod. I'll show you where I got it from. I finally got it from like a reputable seller. There's actually a lot of seller out there that sells like gray market stuff, but this one wasn't. I was able to register this Canon with the Canon website, and I want to show you my ring light. So this is the smaller ring light, and I have a bigger ring light here. This one has a diffuser on top, and I'm gonna link that diffuser for you too. This is more of an orange light because that's what I chose, but it comes with the white light too, but you have to take this off. It's like 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4 that you have to put on, and this is the newer setup. I think that's what the brand is, and it's very famous. It has a knob at the bottom here, and you can turn it off. This one is great. I don't really want to mess with it, but just for you guys I will, because it comes with 2 dials instead of 1 like the newer one. So what is great about this is you can adjust if you want more white light or yellow light and the brightness of it. So 1 knob for yellow, 1 knob for white, and so I just adjusted that, so that sucks because I have to readjust it, but usually I just leave it at the setting that I finally discovered that I like but need to rediscover again because of what I just did. And then there's a power switch at the bottom here that you can turn off. So this is what it looks like when it's off. It's a little bit different. And let me turn this one off. There's only 1 switch, so you can go gradual and very bright. So when it turns off, this is what it looks like, and I have the diffuser over it. And this is my 90D. Let me turn the camera off here. But this is the 90D. This is my baby. We're doing the YouTube thing together. Good job. It's been doing great. Like, I love it. It's very light. It's got like a screen here. I can do a review on this once I know even more about it. And I'm thinking of doing like a YouTube with Ollie, like, you know, my journey, because I get a lot of people asking me, how do you start YouTube as a dentist? So I'll go through that. So all these will be linked in my description, so you guys know what I use. And that's about it. Alright,